Hey y'all, so this is a dream. This word is going to be from a dream that I received last night. And it's quite interesting how this was broken down. So I had a dream about this girl, and in real life, her name is Aaliyah. Okay. Aaliyah, the Hebrew meaning behind that word is ascent or rise. And we were like somewhere, I don't know, like Disneyland or somewhere, and she wanted to purchase, I was with a group of people, she wanted to purchase each one of us a balloon. And so there was 6 of us. So she purchased 6 balloons. And the total came out to $88. Well, 6 biblically represents man's imperfection, sin, and falling short of God's divine ideal. She purchased 6 of those. A balloon can represent freedom when released into the sky, and it can represent like letting go and releasing anger, hurt, grief, or even a person. And so when she found out in the dream that it cost $88, it cost a lot of money for 6 balloons. She looked at me and she's like, "I'm pissed." Like, that was her words to me. So the way that God has broken this dream down to me with, Lord help me put this into words the way that you gave it to me. So Aaliyah, ascent, rise, going up and ascending, right? Rising up. Let me also add, I got Reap 92 yesterday. And for some reason, God is kind of tying these two things together. Isaiah 9:2. Well, the license plate said Reap and then 92. Isaiah 9:2 is what I got brought to. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. I had, in the overall summary of that, is of Isaiah chapter 9, is a new day is coming. And if you remember, I posted a word on my YouTube page a few months ago about a new day coming. And it was about people who are on this side of the fence and people who are on this side of the fence. For the people who are on Team Jesus, they are going to rise, and, that new day is coming. But for the people who are not, who are choosing to continue to live in sin, etc., will not, unfortunately, be a part of that new day that is coming. And it is coming swiftly. Restoration is coming. And so going back to the dream, in order to rise, right, there you have to being that this balloons represent freedom, and that's what this person was purchasing. In order to experience freedom, in order to experience joy and cheer, which is also what balloons can represent, in order to rise up like a balloon rises, right? You have to, and this stuff comes with a cost, right? And although we can't earn salvation, right? We can't earn these things through our own actions. Accepting it requires a commitment to turn away from sin and follow Jesus. Personal sacrifices and lifestyle changes. So that $88 that it cost, that expense, just look at that being your old way of life. You cannot be holding on to past hurt, grief, anger, all of those things if you want to experience true freedom, true joy, and true cheer. You have to release those things. You can't keep holding on to the old ways of life that you've been living, whatever that may look like, whatever sin you might keep falling into, right? Like, because God also brought me to, it was, the cost was $88. Romans 8:8. Those who are in the flesh cannot please God. You cannot continue to live in sin. You cannot continue to live in the past. You cannot continue to live this old lifestyle if you want to experience that elevation, that freedom, that joy, that cheer, that new day that is coming. You cannot continue to do that. You have to, like a balloon, release it. Release it. Wake up every day and choose to deny your flesh. Choose to live in the way that God desires you to live. That is the only way. If you continue to sit in your sin, if you continue to stay in this, sit in anger, jealousy, bitterness, resentment, all of those things, you're not going to ever be able to experience true freedom, true joy, right? So you have to allow yourself to deny your flesh and to wake up every day denying your flesh and releasing those things. Release them to God. And when you do, he's saying that new day is coming, he is the master restorer, and that restoration is coming. But you have to do these things. And again, like, salvation is free, but there's still a cost. You still have to, it comes with action. Some people think you can, I've seen this. I've seen my real dad, a long time ago, he was physically abusive, very angry, alcoholic, all of the things. He went and got baptized, but he's still the same person, or at least when I knew him a long time ago, after that baptism, he was still the exact same person. The anger was still there. It literally takes work. Yes, God can change someone, but it takes effort and work on your behalf as well. You can't just leave, everything to God. Like, you have to put in work yourself. You have to get up every day and make the decision to be better, to do better, and to make certain decisions and to deny your flesh, right? So it really, when you look at it that in that sense, turning away from sin and following Jesus, your personal sacrifices and lifestyle changes. The cost equals the old way of life, getting rid of it, right? And it might look like a high cost, but when you put in the work, it will all be worth it to experience that true freedom, that true joy, and that true cheer, right? Quite the interesting dream and interpretation of it, but God is so strategic. So I pray that this gets to the people that it needs to get to. I pray that people have ears to listen, and the right people, that it reaches the right ears. And if y'all feel led to sow, my information is always there. I pray over every seed that is sown, that God bless you 1,000-fold in return for your obedience, and that he bless you and everything that you are believing for. And I pray that y'all have a blessed rest of your weekend, and I will see y'all whenever the Lord releases me to come back with another word. Okay, bye.